What's going on, everybody? Levon here, back with another video. You're watching LevonGreenTV, and today we're going to be going over my deep conditioning routine. Typically, I'll deep condition my hair once every other week, and the reason behind that is everybody's hair is going to succumb to some level of damage. It just kind of depends on your personal routines and how you upkeep your hair to determine like what level of damage your hair is actually going to be exposed to. So everybody's hair is exposed to damage via the environment, from like the sun and wind, mechanical, where you're brushing and combing, or even like finger detangling. Your hair actually can get damaged from that, or even from heat. For those that use heat to press their hair temporarily and then of course reverting it back, all those different things are ways that you can actually damage your hair. So it's always a good idea to help replenish those nutrients that your hair loses with a deep conditioning treatment. What that deep conditioning treatment does, it helps replenish vitamins, moisture, and even protein that actually will bind to your hair to help make sure that it's healthy, shiny, and just looks great overall. So let's go ahead and hop into my routine. What I typically use is a list of some ingredients that you can find at some specialty stores. So I use beer, I use hydrolyzed protein, collagen protein. With hydrolyzed protein, that is a protein molecule that's broken down that is small enough to penetrate the hair shaft. If you're using a protein treatment that is like an egg or avocado or mayonnaise or something of that sort, typically the proteins in those particular items, their proteins are going to be too large to actually penetrate the hair shaft. So you want to make sure you're using a hydrolyzed protein in order to help repair your hair. If you look on your hair ingredients lists on some of your products, you actually notice that they use specific versions of hydrolyzed protein in order to penetrate that hair shaft. Without wasting any more time, let's go ahead and hop into that video.
For this deep conditioning mix, I'll be using a few different ingredients. That includes a Maui Moisture hair mask, coconut milk, coconut water, grapeseed oil, and algae oil, along with hydrolyzed collagen protein powder. You'll start your deep conditioning mix by using the Maui Moisture Strengthened Anti-Breakage Agave Hair Mask as a base for this particular mix. Use a few teaspoons to tablespoons of both grapeseed oil and algae oil. Both of these work really well for your hair. Grapeseed oil has actually been shown to penetrate the hair shaft. Once you have your base in the bowl, you'll go ahead and use a couple of ounces of both coconut milk and coconut water. Now that you have all the wet ingredients in the bowl, you can go ahead and open up your Super Collagen Hydrolyzed Protein Powder. This powder can be found at many retailers. I personally got this from Vitamin Shop, but you also can find it online as well. It comes with a scoop, so I generally use about 2 scoops in my mix. With this particular protein powder, it is hydrophobic. So what that means is that it's going to be really hard to mix in with a spoon. You'll actually see me try to mix it with a spoon, but it just will not mix. So what I end up doing is I pour it into a mason jar and put a top on it, put the lid on it, and then I shake it up, shake it vigorously, and that actually will help to mix it and mix it well so you can apply it to your hair. After shaking up the mixture and making sure all of the ingredients are well distributed throughout, I'll go ahead and wet my hair again in the sink. This is just to add some moisture back to my hair prior to putting the mask on my hair, and then you'll see me apply the mask throughout my entire hair. Once I have the mask applied to my hair, I shall let it sit for a couple of hours. Depending on what I have to do, sometimes I'll even go a whole day or even overnight to allow the mask to penetrate the hair. Right before you're ready to rinse out your mixture from your hair, you'll want to get a couple of bottles of beer and take your tops off of them. You'll leave them on your countertops for a couple hours to overnight. This is going to allow them to get flat. And reason why I add beer to my hair as a rinse, similar to like an apple cider vinegar rinse, is that beer is actually loaded with protein, vitamins, and even other nutrients that are vital for your hair. It's high in B vitamins. A lot of times the yeast is used in the production of beer, and yeast is high in B vitamins. Prior to adding the beer to my hair, I will go ahead and rinse out most of the deep conditioning mix, and you'll see me dry my hair off with a cotton t-shirt, not a towel, to help prevent breakage. When your hair is partially dry, you can go ahead and use your beer and pour it over your hair. If you don't have that many bottles of beer, and those bottles are small, similar to the ones that I'm using, you actually can use a bowl at the bottom of your sink. This will help catch some of the beer that rinses straight through your hair, and then you can apply it through your hair again. I personally actually have a couple of bottles that I prepared, so I don't do this particular method, but in the event that you need it, go ahead and use that. Once my hair is completely saturated with the beer, I'll go ahead and tie my hair up into a bun and leave it in my hair for about 30 minutes to maybe an hour. And then after that hour has passed, I will go ahead and rinse out the beer from my hair. The great thing about this rinse is that your hair will not smell like beer when you're finished. One of the things that I hated about apple cider vinegar is that my hair smelled like vinegar and it stinks. And I personally don't like the smell of vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar. So this is works as a great substitute for that. Now that you have the beer completely rinsed out of your hair, you can go ahead and dry your hair with a cotton t-shirt and proceed to style your hair in your next hairstyle. Now, if you're really liking this content and you want more of it, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and let me know what are some of the products that you enjoy during your deep conditioning days. Also, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date on all the content that I'm dropping on a weekly basis. Again, my name is Levon and you're watching LevonGreenTV. Thanks for watching.